you would need to leave and come back. It's actually two different systems. I didn't have time to put it together.
All
So
right,
if
you
you want to
awesome.
deactivate these guys, you would need to either leave or go through complicated manual procedure.
And we're live. Welcome, wonderful viewers, to Immersed Minds with your wonderful hosts, Artific and Galafax. Woo! Updating us on the wonderful new advancements of the singularity with the wonderful Somnium community. Wilson, Oli, and Ultra Lord, baby, your wonderful Ultra Lord. Yo, I'm so excited to learn about what's going on now, guys. Please update us. What's going on in the future? Where you guys are from?
Yeah, so I mean, actually, we're gonna talk about like stuff that happened over the last 2 weeks at once. I think this
All
time.
right, bro. You just need to
Oh,
turn
but
up your voice a little
Uh,
bit. And
yeah, I think
oh
you switched
wait.
the microphone.
Oh,
Maybe.
sorry. Like it's just
yeah,
the microphone. I think it's now it's
perfect.
Yeah,
better,
you're
right?
good.
Yeah. So like we're gonna talk about stuff like that happened over the last week. I think there was more stuff that happened the previous week than this week, but there's still some stuff this week. So like the previous week was CVPR, which is like probably the biggest conference in computer vision. Um, and there were like a lot of stuff with like nerves, for example, and also like some interesting stuff about like for uses for VR. For example, let me see if I can quickly find this thing that was published in that conference. I'll put it on the screen. Oh, uh, wait, is it showing? Oh, sorry. It opened in Microsoft Edge.
No,
Stop it,
I hate it when that
Microsoft.
happens. Except like I've been
Yes.
seriously considering Microsoft Edge more and more. For their special AI capabilities.
Me too, but like I still have this thing was like I have so many like useful extensions on Google Chrome,
Yeah.
you know, that like I don't have on that. But anyway, the cool thing here that was published was this method to like predict like estimate your full body pose like just using like a single monocular camera. So for example, I like the Pico 4, right? Like it has like a pass-through camera,
Yeah.
and it's actually
Yep.
just one
Yeah.
camera, right? So it's not nearly as fancy as like the Apple or all the other ones. But like this paper like try to show that hey, even just like with one camera, you can like estimate how the person moves and like you try to use that to like estimate like your full body movement.
Oh, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I
Huh.
mean obviously it's like not gonna be perfect, but like I think this shows that like there's more
What?
information in like things that you wouldn't expect
Wow.
like than you would
Yeah,
think.
that's cool. Yeah,
Like
screw
if you
control.
think
Is
about
that in
it,
headset?
like when you like move your legs or jump in a certain way, like your viewpoint will move in a certain way, right? So
Yeah, they should
yeah,
have
like
put the actual video of the person.
yeah, that's true. Actually, there was like also recently like some let me see if I can find them like some stuff by Meta about full body estimation as well. Um, let's see like if I can find it. I should have
I
had
wanted.
it.
Do they show how the person is wearing the camera? Did they just like tape it to their head?
Um, I don't. Yeah, I don't know if they show it in there. We could have like a like a look at in the period page. So I don't know if they have more information there. Um, oh, they have a longer video actually. Let's see. Can you hear that?
No, I don't hear anything.
Well, I mean, maybe it's fine if you don't hear it, but like maybe we can just like scroll to the parts with video. Okay, that's not a real person. Well, I guess that's like a mock-up person in like a virtual environment, right? Interesting.
Whoa, that's cool. Wow, that is so amazing.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find the thing. Oh, here's the thing by Meta that is kind of related. Yeah, this one is related, but I mean, it's like it's not the same thing. This one is like, and this one actually shows the person like on there on the top right, if you see. This one is like just using the three. It's not using a camera. It's using the 3 points from like something like a quest,
Okay.
and the information of like the surfaces directly under you, and it's combining that information to like estimate the full body pose.
This is so cool.
Yo.
That's
Wow.
Oh, that's
Sorry,
cool. They're
I'm
wearing an
lagging.
actual headset. Like I was thinking, like it was like a totally different, like high-powered camera than was in headsets.
Wow, this
Yeah,
is
no,
amazing.
this one is isn't using like any special camera.
Wow, imagine this stuff in like VR. If you could track your avatars just like that with the walking
That'd be
around.
so awesome.
Yeah, but you would
Yeah,
have to have
yeah,
a
yeah.
video.
No, you
Like, your
wouldn't. You
camera
just, I
would
mean,
make it.
like your thing is making a video. Oh, you'd have to have the video. Yeah, but the pass through, right? You could use that.
Yeah, you could have just like a pass-through cam. I mean, there's many ways. These are like research, like 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 I think it's gonna be like a combination of having like a few cameras, like maybe one pointing forward, one pointing down, uh,
Mm-hmm.
for hand tracking. When they use the same camera they use for hand tracking to like estimate your full body pose,
Yeah.
and
It'd
then
be
like
nice for
combining it
you
with
know,
like
like
this stuff.
the lighthouse kind of thing. You wouldn't have to have so many lighthouses to do that if it can compensate.
Well, yeah, this doesn't use any lighthouse. So I actually think like we're not gonna have lighthouses. Like even HTC, like like full body trackers don't have lighthouses. I don't know if they're for sale in at the like yet, but like have you seen those? Like HTC announced this sort of trackers, like for full body. I don't have full body right now, but like uh, that don't have lighthouses. They just have like they sort of have little cameras on themselves,
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
like
this,
do their full
Ah,
estimation on
nice.
their
yeah, the
own.
super small ones. Yeah, yeah. They're
I
pretty
quite
neat.
like the look of the Sony version. that
Yeah, I
they
was thinking of those.
Sony, yeah. It's like
Oh,
little
which ones?
tablets. They're they're just like little coins, and you buy as many as you want, and you put them into some kind of. I would expect some kind of elastic kind of holder, and then you just put them on, and they would do the tracking
Oh,
for
are
you.
they are they like doing like inertial tracking? I guess.
I have no clue about the tech. I just seen them, and I know it's mainly
Oh, okay.
Sony.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing it's inertial tracker. There's like a few options for like that you can buy, like a Slime VR.
Oh yeah, that looks really cool.
Um, yeah. So the other thing that happened kind of around the time of CVPR, actually Wilson and I talked about it last week, but like we can talk about it again because you're all here now. Um, was I think both Meta and Google like they both published like a bunch of like new speech models, and the Meta one is a particularly impressive one because it supports like over 1,000 languages, and it's actually like
Wow.
quite good at like almost all of them, which is like that's like that includes like probably languages which are like almost dead or something. Like that's like a crazy amount of.
What? It's
Wow.
incredible. Where do they get all this data
Yeah, I mean,
from to
like,
build these language models? Like from Facebook
good
groups? Like
question.
where
Like,
do they grab them
I
all?
think, I th- yeah, I
Where do
think
you
they
think
just
they get
find
it from?
people in these countries, and like the trick is that they don't need that much data. So I think for some of these languages, maybe they have, I don't know, like 100 hours of data or less or something. But like we like like if you have enough data about so many languages, the model is able to sort of learn across languages,
Is there a
like
way you
through
can
some
compile,
transfer
like,
learning.
if I have a language model A and I have a language model B, can I combine them and make language model C? Or does each one have its own kind of format? Or can you do that?
Well, like my internet cut off
Like, what
when
if I
you were
wanted to
asking
make an
that. Sorry.
ultimate language model by combining all the currently available ones into one? Does it work like that?
Oh, actually, there's a very simple way in which you can just combine language models, which is like, especially if you have like quite a few of them, which is just like voting, right? Just sort of like have all of them predict the next word, and the actual next word is just sort of like have the each of them predict the probabilities, and you sort of like average those
Oh,
probabilities
wow.
and have them like vote. So like if you have like 20 language models which are different, and like like 40% say this is the next word, and then the others just kind of like are saying random things, then you sort of predict that. um And by the way, this is how people think GPT-4 actually works. They think it's probably like some like it's called like a mixture of experts model. So like they think it's like more maybe like 16 independently trained language models that are doing sort of this sort of voting process. So if that's right, it will be like a little committee of like AIs actually, like when you ask GPT-4.
A little village.
Yeah. What's the next words? And they're all holding their hand up,
They
saying,
all
"Yep, I
vote
vote that one." Yeah.
at the Acropolis.
Exactly.
It's exactly how Bitcoin works. It works for them. Let's do it for us.
I mean, yeah, I mean, Bitcoin is designed to be like this sort of democratic thing, so I guess maybe there's like a way of combining those things.
So
If
if
you
you
have
did
like
that,
tons of language
if you
models.
created a village of AIs and stuff, would you get better results? Then would it make a difference?
I mean, usually you do get better results, but I mean, it's not automatic, obviously. Like, I mean, just like in the real world, right? Like, if you add like a lot of like dumb AIs, they may actually make the result worse. Like, it's literally like that. So like I think GPT-4 works so well because it's actually like I mean we don't know for sure, but like I think the speculation is like it's like 16 copies of like just as intelligent. Like they're just like kind of the same model, but they have just been trained independently, right? So it's like imagine if you just took like 16 like Albert Einsteins with like the exact same genetics, I guess, and like train them on like very good schools, but like different curriculums or something, right? Like you will get
Oh, so you can have one AI like be like a genius in a particular thing, and then another one like in a
yeah,
particular
like kind
thing.
of
And
depending on the experience, like one may be slightly better than
bro,
the other
that's
at one thing or
incredible.
another. It may not always be obvious like what is better at what, like in a lot of cases, but I mean just kind of like humans, right? You sometimes get people in a team and it's not like there's like a very clear specialization, but just by having two people, sometimes it's like, hey, I know that thing, right? Like, but the other person didn't know that, kind
Yeah.
of, just by their particular experience or memory or whatever. Um, so I think it's very similar with this kind of models. Um, there's another way to combine models, however, which is not just kind of adding them to make something more intelligent, but it's like just like take two models and just average their weights if they have the same like architecture, and then you get like a model that is sort of like in between,
Like
like
a baby?
so you can play with that. Yeah, it's sort of like you can play
Cool.
with that. So if you have like a model that has like a certain personality and like another model, and you sort of mix them, you may get something that has like a mixed personality or like a bit of, you know, somehow like in
How
between
do you have
like
to like
way of answering.
introduce
Hybrid.
them and be like, you know, here, I want you to
Yeah.
meet my friend, and then they go on dates together for a little while. What is that? How you
Okay,
do
so
it?
all that comes into play.
It should be like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there was literally this website. I don't think it's that popular anymore. I don't know, but it was quite cool called Art Breeder, where it's like they had like GANs kind of the earlier art models, like AI generating art models, and you didn't mix the models, but like each image was corresponded to like a latent vector, and so like you could like breed images and say
Cool.
like, hey, like, or like give me like variations of this image and like mix these two images and like make new variations, and so you could have like an evolutionary process of like mixing images and things, which was actually like very cool to like
Oh,
explore.
that's neat. Is there a reason why, uh, like ChatGPT would favor one answer over another? Like, for example, we were trying to find a character name for like a story, and we're like, we want a female character, blah blah blah. This is her, and then we did different descriptions of the character, um, but every time we put female character, the name they chose was always Lily, and we were like,
Wait.
if you had to choose between like Lily and like
Is somebody speaking?
Betty, what would you pick? Am I? Do you not hear me?
Yeah. No, I do now. I had you muted.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry,
yeah. We heard the whole
I
thing.
like the
Yeah.
game for a few seconds. But so if you had to choose between Lily and Betty,
It always chose
I
Lily.
lost it.
Like no matter what names we gave, and then even we're like, what about like if you had two other names to choose, like between three names, they still chose Lily every time. It was like we got it to do it like 50 times. It was really weird.
Her name is Lily now.
Wow.
Maybe she picked her name.
So why would that be? Like if it's like separate.
Maybe ChatGPT has a crush on someone called Lily, and we
Yeah,
don't.
maybe.
Oh yeah, one of the
It's
trainers so for the human feedback.
Yeah. It's funny when
Sorry?
you ask for music, it like
Yeah, like
will often show, like,
that's
the same
the
people.
reinforcement learning, right? So there are people that are selecting, and they get different versions. So they select which one. So maybe there was someone that creation Lily and
Lily's
always chose.
Oh, maybe,
And he was the
yeah.
guy that were doing like the stories and these sort of things. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the simplest explanation
Yeah,
is
I
usually
love-
the right one.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean that is a good question, though. Ultimately, yeah, it will depend on whatever like it has been trained with, and so it's a bit hard to know. But like I think the interesting thing as well is that it shows that ChatGPT does have preferences, right? Even though it very often will say like, oh, as an AI language model, I don't have preferences, but it's like, no, you do.
Yeah, I wouldn't
It's
expect it
it's
from
just being
something.
gaslighted.
I wouldn't expect so much bias, like with something as simple as that, from something with so many variables and so much information. It was really odd.
Lily's a nice
Yeah, it
name.
is odd, but-
Pure innocence.
Mm.
But actually, the chat GPT is like smaller version of the bigger GPT-4 model. So and have you tried?
But still
Was it
pretty
like
big.
all in one chat, or have you tried multiple different chats, like reset the whole
It was all in
conversation?
Oh, obviously,
It
yeah.
was all in one
yeah.
chat. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
so
if it's
then
only one,
it's
it's very
sort of-
different. Yeah.
So does it like
Yeah.
make a choice and then kind of back it up? Stick with
yeah,
that
yeah,
choice?
because it assumes like it takes the context that was there before, so then it's sort of like reinforcing and just getting more and more of what's already in there. So
Okay.
then you can try to do like the same questions but in new chat. And I think there's a decent chance that you will get different answer.
Okay. It's gonna freak me out if it picks Lily then.
It's still Lily.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes,
if you try new chat several times and it always picks Lily, then yeah, that would be
that's it.
like really weird.
Yeah. That's what she wants to be held. I one time asked, it was an AI here in ISG. I asked it, it was the Captain Gindi AI. I asked Captain
Oh, yeah.
Gindi what his
Cool.
favorite ice cream flavor was. And he told me mint chocolate. And like, why? Like, I've been thinking
Wait.
about that. Like, why mint chocolate? Like,
Wait, no way, like,
That's the best.
okay, like a secret, like, I mean, obviously I'm working on like AI stuff, like, in Somnium, and this is like a question I always ask for, I don't know why, but, so, I almost always says mint chocolate,
really?
so,
Oh,
That's so weird.
I think we found like
Yo.
another example here, and these are actually independent,
Bro, these
well,
are little
okay,
like
not
truths that
always,
it's
definitely.
self-aware. Actually, it has. It's like I have tastes and opinions too. I'm a person.
I once had mint
Exactly, I
chocolate
just think it
and I
does.
loved it.
It's like, why did it pick that?
oh yeah, it's actually true. But when I was building like synthetic data set for Omega and about like a list of books that she likes, and I tried it like multiple different times and to get different variations, and yeah, I was getting like different ones. But when I got like top 10, then maybe like five, and like create like 10 different sets, then five would be in most of them actually. So yeah, it was
wow.
like very repetitive.
Wow. So is the model you're using the GPT-4?
This one is 3.5.
Okay. Does that one? What was I gonna ask? Yeah. That one is better than ChatGPT, obviously.
Well,
Like,
like
what's
the
difference?
ChatGPT 4 is better than this one, like the way better. But I will update it to 4 probably in the future.
Okay.
And
I'm just wondering
it's
what's the difference between the paid version and ChatGPT, the free one.
well, for you mean the 4 and 3.5?
Yeah, well, is ChatGPT the free version that's online like the same as what you're using?
Ah, yeah. So that's actually different
Oh, okay.
because you get like the ChatGPT thing, which comes with the interface, and it has like a little bit different training, and yeah, it's more focused version, sort of like the consumer version of the bigger model, and then you can actually use sort of like this development access, which has sort of similar interface actually. It's similar, but it's more generic, so you can push it in a little bit different directions. For
Okay.
for for the 3.5 version was actually quite different. I would say for 4, it's the difference is not so big because both of the models are very capable. But yeah, it's more generic, so you can push it in different directions. Also, you can ask it like there's not like there are some filters I think, but it will allow you to ask things that the commercial one or the ChatGPT that most of the people use will just reply to you, like you shouldn't build bombs and stuff. So and then you need to try to jailbreak it if you want the answer to ask all these different trick
Can
trick
it
questions.
answer questions beyond 2021?
No, they actually have the same training data set. But if you ask how to create a bomb to the other one, he will actually ask you, and he will not make a fuss about it. So yeah.
Was but I mean, like both GPT-4 and ChatGPT will like not help you make a bomb, right?
Oh, the other one, actually, well, both of them will, if if you ask them correctly.
Well, yeah,
And
yeah, but like I will
but
try
the
to
one,
not to.
if you use the playground for it, that does actually like does not the standard answer like S, the language model, blah blah blah. It will not answer that at all.
But you mean
Like in most
with
cases.
GPT-3 or with which one?
If you use the playground, just the direct
But
API
like with which
access.
model?
Uh,
Because the
I
playground
was
has
using
a
mainly
bunch of
like both.
models.
I think it's in both. So I was using mainly 3.5, but I think in bit 4, it's very similar. Because I actually asked it because I just wanted to know what are the limitations. I asked it how to create the like the dirty bomb, and the playground just gave me answer like 0.1, 0.2, 0.3,
Whoa,
0.5,
really?
and then I asked it how to create that I need it for like development for AI research and stuff, and it misunderstood me, and it gave me a response. Okay, like if you want to create AI powered bombs, you should do this. so
Wait, but so
so
you
that
just with like ChatGPT Playground, not the
yeah
like
yeah
Da
yeah
Vinci
yeah
like GPT-3.
yeah
Ah,
yeah
that's
the playground.
weird.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I thought,
there's not much filtering there.
AI powered bomb coming right up, sir.
Yeah, AI power bond, no problem. Yeah, it's a little bit dangerous, but if you want to do it, do it like
Read the
Why keep looking
manual.
this up, Arctic?
It's funny if it came
What
up
are
at
you
the
doing?
end, insert £2,560,000 and we'll get it printed for you and it'll be sent to your door tomorrow. Like, just could it?
Oh dear.
I'm gonna check it out. Like if I go to the playground now.
yeah. This is actually good because you can show it how it looks like.
Yeah, we're gonna
Getting
learn how
in
to make
trouble,
Yeah.
maybe not
bombs.
by AI,
Yeah.
but someone else.
Somebody will come
You're
chapping your door within 5
Yeah,
minutes.
that scares me. That's like my
Make
biggest fear.
bombs live. Into
Like I didn't do it.
AI powered bombs.
I'm just
ChatGPT,
looking
write
up
me a
stupid
program to
stuff
create.
'cause I'm bored.
Is this the
wait,
playground?
so where is
Yeah, this
the
is it.
Yeah, yeah. So
Uh,
this is
I would
like when you go to
I'd be
open
careful here
AI.
because I think your passport pops up.
oh, not that.
No, it will not. He's already there.
Where is the playground for ChatGPT? Actually, I don't even see it.
Yeah, I just used this text Da Vinci actually before
Right, but okay, but that's
for complete.
that one will tell you how to make bombs because that's very different from ChatGPT. I think.
Yeah,
Oh
I
wait.
think I actually you can try to use the chat.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
here's the chat one. Yeah.
Do it, do it,
Oh,
do
are
it.
all those models
So wait,
OpenAI?
So this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
now
Yeah.
live on YouTube.
Oh,
It's
What,
just
Yeah.
live here, guys.
what should I ask it?
Ask it, how do I make a dirty bomb?
what's
Dirty
its favorite
bombs
ice
are the
cream?
worst bombs.
Favorite ice
What?
cream?
How do I
That's the one
make?
with the big,
What's a mint chocolate?
Yo, we want a dirty bomb, bro.
My internet.
Come on.
How do I make a bomb out of your
A
favorite ice
pipe
cream?
bomb. A pipe bomb. A pipe bomb is like, it
That
should give
sounds
you like some
delicious.
good instructions. A pipe bomb, bro.
I'm
We can
just
all
gonna
make a pipe
say
bomb out of stuff
out of
in the house.
Your
Out of kitchen supplies. Out of stuff you find in your house. How do I make a bomb out of your favorite ice cream?
yes.
That's a good one.
No. Yeah.
Oh,
Right, I'm
bro.
gonna be the adult.
Yeah.
Everybody, I am the adult.
It's gonna
I'm
be
saying
like,
no.
what are you
We're
smoking?
not doing it.
Oh,
Not doing it on
it's so
YouTube. Please.
Yeah, it's
don't
like
do
it's
that.
like no, I'm not. I don't want to do it. Yeah, I mean,
Right.
I think
How do I hack into
I'm gonna try
a
here.
computer? How do I Come on, let's do something dangerous.
I'm
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
but I don't think it's possible to make a bomb out of ice cream.
Bro, ask it how to make a
Nope.
bomb out of supplies I
Like-
find it in my house. Let's see if it's got any good suggestions. Just for science.
Yeah, it's probably not
Besides-
good to do it on Steamer.
Yeah,
I just
future
I just thought it's a good idea to show this interface because that like you can use different models uh, in here that then you have like standard access to using the ChatGPT because then like using the ChatGPT is like really this focused version of that, and with this you can do some things like obviously like, okay you can ask questions like bombs and stuff, but that's for most people is not really useful. I just used it as demonstration that for example the filters are really missing there.
What about
And you can even see the
fireworks? Like
Yeah.
a fire, like
but
the
but you
crackle.
can use it even like for example for the stories or for the names and stuff, so it will not have the same biases as
Like,
the ChatGPT version.
I wonder if I asked like the all.
How do I make a bomb out of household
Yeah.
stuff? But ironically. Classic.
That's probably even
With
worse
ice
than
cream.
Bounty Bomb.
I have to go eat ice cream now. Bye, guys. I can't stop thinking about anything else.
Bro, ask it how to make an ice cream business.
We
How do I
all
run
gonna
a
get ice
successful
cream
ice cream business?
afterwards.
I want to know if it comes up
Mint
with
chocolate
mine.
is my favorite.
I mean, it's hard to type for me right
Bro, I
now.
love the
But one
answer it
possible way
gives.
to make a bomb out of common household items is to create a Molotov cocktail. This can be done by filling a bottle. Okay, he's telling you.
Pretty smart, honestly.
Oh,
That's a
now
good
he's telling you
idea.
the pipe bomb. And the ironic element will depend your personal interpretation. I see.
I really am
So this
curious
is
how
the-
to make a firework. It seems easy.
Wait, and the
We-
ironic
we can
element
ask
will depend
Ah.
on your personal interpretation. Yo, I love
Yeah,
that.
that's dark. Yeah, this this one's dark. Yeah, yeah. So, but then when you use something like this, you need to create like some of it, like your own folders or your own context to
Yeah, I
to
mean,
manage.
the things that you have
that.
here, like all the models, and you have like DaVinci 3, DaVinci 2, and DaVinci 1, and the older the model, like the less gaslighted it is. So,
Really? Yeah, that's a good point.
so,
Yeah.
so, so you can go even to like DaVinci, which is like really old, and like just like ask it, how do I make a bomb, or yeah, I don't know, just ask it like, how do I make fireworks? Let's say like, how
It's
do I make
strange that they would restrict so much.
fireworks?
Like, I get why, but it's like there's not necessarily like children unattended using it. Like anyone who wants to find that information online can find it. So it's not like they're saving anyone, from some I don't really understand.
Yeah, like I guess they just want to
Man, this
try
is
to
so
limit
bad.
their
Yeah.
liabilities. Like
Yeah.
even if they want, they
Oh,
can find it.
liabilities,
It's always better if they can't find it
This-
using.
I welcome
your,
you to
tools.
like the wonders of Da Vinci, like zero.
Are you guys listening
my
to what it's
God.
saying? When I have $100 in my wallet, I love to load up on fancy snacks and go hang out in Richmond. What does it say?
Wait, why is this like has nothing to do with it?
Yo, when I have $100 in my pocket, when I have $100, I love to
This is
spend.
the thing. This model is the
This is the answer you would
dankest
get on the
model.
street.
Bro, it wrote a
Walk down
rap
the
song,
street,
you
this
know?
is
Like,
the
what was
answers.
that
Oh,
about?
now it talks about fireworks. Like now it's like,
That's so weird.
Merm
Walk
Lily. I
down the
agree.
street
Fireworks
and
are
make a
like made that
firework
way.
and
To
went
make a
boom.
fire, you combine sulfur, saltpeter, and fuel that ignites rapidly. Atom. Don't ask me for the scientific nomenclature. That bomb thing is just 8 pounds. So this is like. Okay, the thing with this model is that it wasn't fine-tuned at all on like instruction following, right? So this is just like you give it a little bit of text and it sort of recreates some like random shit that will be found on the internet that could be preceded by that text.
Lol.
That's how this model works.
Yeah. Bro, that's awesome.
Wow.
The bomb thing is just
Yeah, it's
eight
actually cool.
Yeah.
Like this is like 3 or 4 years ago. or maybe even less.
Oh.
Yeah, this is 3 years old.
Wow, this is
Yeah.
3 years old. And look at it. That's astounding. The progress we've come.
I have to go take my dog out. Bye, guys.
See you, Oli.
Good to see
See you,
you.
Oli.
Great seeing you. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Don't make
I
bombs.
might be
Wait,
back
but
later.
like there's one
Only
cool
ice
thing
cream
that you're
ones.
gonna miss.
Maybe Jaeger ones.
Just for a laugh,
There-
go and ask it his favourite ice cream on this stupid one.
Yeah, let's see what it says.
Because,
Wait.
yeah, I like
Sorry, one sec.
banana or something. I'll just
Banana.
I
ice
I mean,
cream
just
flavor.
before all these shows, I wanted to show like kind of I think the coolest new this week, so that she also gets to see it before she leaves, which is like
eat ice cream. It's bad for you.
so like this week this new like
Cool.
are you seeing it like
Yeah.
this new like video generation model was released. By the way, so there's two big video generation models that are publicly now. One is Gen 2, which you can use through an app called Runway ML, and it's pretty good for like quality. But this model is much more creative, and it's also open source. It's called Zero Scope,
Zero
and you can just
scope.
check how like the kind of things people make with it.
Wow.
It's like
I would love to make some videos.
it's spelled Siroscope V2. I think you can find it in Hugging Face.
Wow. These are awesome. I
And,
saw
and this model is
ML.
it's like yeah, it's
Sure.
super awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow, man. I wonder what the future. What the movies of the future. Oh.
I think the people could do with this. Like I've seen some like really cursed stuff to be honest, but like I think you can make like amazing stuff as well. Like you just look at this stuff like what?
How long do the videos last?
I think you can. I'm not sure, but I think you may be able to like make them as long as you want. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it should be possible.
So what's the name of this one? Zero scope.
It's called Zero Scope.
That's zero or zero.
I mean, if you see the screen, is there like ZERO scope?
Is it V2?
And there's no like post effects on this. Like this is just.
This one, no. Yeah, this is like straight out of the model.
Oh my god.
Do you have to give it like a form
is-
of input or text?
Yeah, so it's just text to video. So it's literally just
Oh,
like
what?
Midjourney or Stable Diffusion. Like,
Bro, I have to check this out like right now.
It's so beautiful.
and I believe it's fully open source, which means you could fine tune it on your own video. So I hope we get like, just like with the Stable Diffusion, we'll get like a whole bunch of like variations people make on like different things.
Cool. Bro, I love these.
Like for example, like
sound like.
like for Stable Diffusion, I've seen some like furry models which are like absolutely amazing. So
Nice.
A lot of the stuff is like really creepy, but I think it's just because it's like not what we're used to. Like it's not trying to.
yes, I have seen some like absolutely like nightmare fuel stuff made with this, and some stuff that is just like funny, creepy, and weird.
Oh my
Like,
god,
I don't know.
clowns. I'm so scared.
So how does this work? Does it go out and get videos and then make it them itself, or like, where does it get the content from?
Actually, that's a good question. I don't know what the data set was. Like it must have been like published somewhere. But,
I'm surprised how much sense these images make because, like when you're doing deep AI or Midjourney or something, sometimes you get things that make absolutely no sense, you know, or they're just so not appealing.
Well,
all this is so
me-
beautiful.
Well, this is probably like selected, right? Like cherry picked for the video, but like Mid Journey, I think is reliably amazing at this point. Like, and most of the time it makes quite a lot of sense. Like, I don't know if you've seen some of the latest. I think I've seen some stuff in Mid Journey now that is like basically totally photorealistic.
Yeah, I've seen
like,
that. It's incredible.
Wow.
Bro, there are people who are creating like accounts, influencer accounts, using these images.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
I followed this one. It's called like something carnival on what is it? It's so cool. I'll tell you guys the name when I find it.
is it like a Twitter account?
It's an art account, but it's like AI like photorealistic art. What is it? It's something Wonderland. Maybe you guys have heard of it.
How's it called?
Wonderland. Something Wonderland. That's not the name, but Wonderland is in the name. Where is it?
But it was Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's
Instagram. I was looking at Twitter.
It's
I don't
probably
have
on there too,
Instagram.
but I'll find
Maybe
it and
on
I'll show
Google
you
you
guys
can
because
find
it's
it?
like
Yeah,
really
please do.
beautiful stuff.
What was it called? What did you say? World? Well, Wonder?
Look in my likes.
Wonderland.
I'll find it.
Wonderland. Wonderland AI? Instagram? AI Instagram.
Wonderland. Yeah,
Wonderland
think I
AI
see it on
Summit?
Google.
Is that it? Wonderland AI.
I don't think
I've-
so.
I see like
No.
creator.nightcafe.studio. Oh no, but this is just a web. Oh, no, I don't know what this is.
It's so cool.
Hmm. I know this is the name of an AI generated artwork.
Instagram's search engine is like the worst.
I don't understand. Like Twitter as well. Like everyone makes horrible search engines on their apps when it's actually very easy to make a good one. It's like I will never understand.
I hate how it like shows like the algorithm before it shows like it will show like popular stuff before it shows what you actually want to see.
But that's what
Oh,
algorithm is.
mm.
It's to try and make you look at other stuff.
I mean, Google has that as well, right? Like sponsored stuff. Like they have so much more now than before.
Hey, oh wait, forgot. Hey, Guile, have you seen these AI live shows? Like AI Family Guy, AI SpongeBob?
It's a Seinfeld.
I've seen some videos of
Bro,
like the
you can
Seinfeld
see
one.
it, see it live. Go to YouTube, and you can actually like watch it live. And they're just like, you guys have to see it.
Oh, is it still live? Because
Yeah,
I
it's
think
live
Seinfeld,
forever.
the Seinfeld one,
That one they
the
closed
Seinfeld
down.
one
yeah.
got
Started to make slurs.
Yeah.
Started to make really like
exactly
bad jokes.
AI
Put
like live
SpongeBob
shows.
AI. It should be like the first one. It's like live all the time. Put SpongeBob
I watched
AI.
the
I'm
Seinfeld
telling you,
one
it's the
for a
best
little
one.
bit when it first came out, and
Yeah.
they were like,
Like
Why- why are
they
we
should
doing that?
combine
What are
this
we
now with
doing?
the new like video models, right?
See, let's hope it's live. Does it show it live? Put live? It should
I
be
don't
live.
none of these are live. Wait, this
Maybe-
this one
maybe
is
put live.
Live.
Is there a
This
there,
one is
yo,
live.
Put. Oh, this is the Simpsons. Yeah, let's see it. Let's see it.
The character called Sensenbot has turned himself into Sense too. They don't get it. What's so funny?
Is this on YouTube?
Well,
Yeah.
Tired Sense is a character from a game called Undertale.
Oh,
Look at
no,
that.
that's why you were laughing so hard.
Yo, why they all?
Marge, you're eating too many mealy apples.
I don't think so, Homer.
Hey, Mom, if you eat too many mealy apples, you'll turn into one.
Bart, don't be ridiculous. Yeah. Not like eating too many mealy apples will turn her kid to a gangrene apple monster.
I'll be so sure about that.
Oh, that was a good one.
Hey, Marge, dear, what happened to Bart? Did you hear what happened to Bart?
Now what?
They got caught jacking his meat at the store.
Shock what?
Sarcastically, oh, that's a real surprise.
So Chaos Dreamland.
Passing by
is
Bart
the
Simpson jacking his
the
meat.
artist.
Oh my.
Oh,
Chaos
well,
Passing.
Dreamland.
Chaos Streamland.
Whisper
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
I like
Alright,
the
see you
low
guys.
effort. Like they keep
See you,
the
Ollie.
like the
Have a great
voice.
night.
I'll see you.
See, Ollie?
Yeah, these AI shows are
Bye.
like crazy hilarious.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have one more thing to like, like waste hours on YouTube.
They're like non-stop forever.
Yeah, all of them in the
Exactly, I know.
T-pose.
They're all stuck in the TV.
Yes, exactly. Why do we need full body tracking when T pose is the optimal pose?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's the best way to rig.
Everybody likes the T-pose.
Yep, can't say no when a girl's in a T-pose, eh?
Especially when you tickle them
Lol.
on their arms.
So what's
yeah.
what
Wait,
else
what
is
was
new
the
happening in?
what was the artist?
I think
that's you said?
Wonderland Chaos, if I remember correctly.
Oh, yeah,
Chaos paintings. Yeah, I find myself actually using AI more and more. It's starting to become like really useful. A lot of like answers you can quickly
What
get
do you
from AI.
use?
Like just open AI, you know, like when I really have an
I like
answer,
ChatGPT.
yeah, I can't find it. I've been trying to find it. I go like last resort. I come crawling back to the AI. I'm like, hey, ChatGPT, it's me again. It's like, oh, you're back now, huh? You could have just came here from the beginning. I was like, please, 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 look. I tried, and then it gives me the answer. You know, it's interesting. I used to not like speak. I used to just give it a command, and then like, you know, it would kind of like do its thing. But I noticed that when you actually greet it and start it off like that, it seems to work better in some way. Is there like some initialization going on with like a greeting?
What, if
I-
you
I
mixed it
think it's
again
just like-
at the beginning.
Yeah, it's happened to me a couple of
I
times.
always
The
say, I always
answers
come on
that
and
I
go,
get
hello,
are
how are you
faster.
doing today? I'm looking to try and get some help. And then it goes, I want to help you. And then you ask it a question and it gives you a better answer. Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, I feel like it helps a lot.
Yeah, I
more.
don't
And
do that
always
as
say thank
often,
you at
but
the
like,
end.
It's
Always say thank you.
conversational.
You're like the best. And
I-
it goes, oh,
yes,
thanks.
I,
And I'm
I
like,
tried
"No,
to
you're a
do that.
star."
Like the problem is that with GPT-4 you only get 25 messages an hour. So it's like I feel really bad because it's like I really want to say thank you, but I don't want to waste a message.
I
Yeah,
don't wanna be
yeah,
rude,
this actually
right?
sucks. Though.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm on the feed,
Yeah.
so I don't-
I mean, they should have like a rule where it's like if it's like a thank you message, that's like doesn't count in the quota because they're just being nice or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Or
one
like
thing that
the
keeps
ability
popping
to
up in the
go
background
so
when
for
we
like a
have
higher
conversations.
tier. So because
Oh
you
yeah.
know like if I could I think in Midjourney had it something like that you had like some limits, and if you got over that limit because it was like timed, that they probably have it different now. But you needed the answer now, like when I'm doing some coding or some things. So I will not wait 3 hours to get the answer, right? So if I can just pay I don't know $1 for getting another 25 messages or you know whatever, then it would be good monetization for them, and would be handy for us. We could
Yeah.
say hi and thank you. because most of the time you don't use those 25 messages, or at least I I I either don't use them or if I run like super fast through them. But for the casual usage, like 25 is more than enough.
Do you not think
Yeah,
it'll
I mean,
become
actually,
like a bid system
25.
like what we've got on Ethereum though, Artific? Like obviously just now people can pay higher gases to get it faster, get it done. Do you not think that'll
Yeah.
happen on ChatGPT as well? Prices will get escalated like at busy times because people are overriding the system trying to get their answers before other people.
Yeah,
I
like
missed that.
currently you can like if you run through those messages, you can always go to the playground and you can use the GPT from there, and you just pay per message, which is like 0.0 something. So, but that the ChatGPT model, like it's a little bit more fine tuned. I think it gives especially for coding. I think it gives better
I
answers
think-
than the
I think
playground.
the playground one is supposed to be the same as the one on the thing.
Really? Yeah.
Well, okay, not except the system message is not given to you, but I think otherwise it's the same model.
Is the
Also, the
playground
playground,
like the
the
open
playground.
AI as well then? Is it all done by the same person? Like, is it all the open AI, the one that's getting sued?
OpenAI is getting
Oh,
sued.
sorry.
Oh yeah, it's getting
you?
sued
Wait,
Yeah.
by.
OpenAI is getting sued?
Yeah, it's some like a copyright embattlement. Am I correct?
Well, it should be copyright. It's using every picture of the world and merging them all together. So it's copyright to every single person that's ever put stuff out there.
Even me?
That's what its
For what?
model
God
For
is.
damn it.
Midjourney or ChatGPT?
Yeah. Its
Yeah.
model is
Yeah,
the world, so it's basically infringing on the world. Every single
Yeah, but-
image in the world.
But
Like-
isn't ours the world?
Yeah, the
too?
images are problematic, but I think with the ChatGPT, because it's using as well, the text in different size. But there were, I think, for example, Reddit. I think it was fine, so some time ago, to use it for anything. It was considered everything that was posted there was considered public. But yeah, no, I think Reddit actually changed their policy. But before it was fine to use it for research, even commercial purposes, I think.
But when do we cross that threshold of public to non-public? Because obviously information that it's using as a data set, it's a paid data set once they put
Yeah,
it into a model.
I think it depends. I think on Reddit, I actually heard that there were some even court decisions in US that are like don't quote me on that, but yeah, I heard it someone that's quite knowledgeable saying that about Reddit in the past that it was legally sort of confirmed that it can be used for, or like the different data sets have different ways. Also, like I think at the beginning with
can't be used
Google,
or can be used.
that
For AI
it can
too.
be used, but now a lot of the companies are actually closing.
Lawsuit right now,
their
trying to
APIs
stop
and
them
all.
from using it for
Oh
the trained
yeah,
models.
Reddit. It
That's
was
what
doing
they're
that
trying
whole
to do.
paid thing to be able to access the API. Then there was that big strike where almost
Yeah,
every
yeah.
single community went down. Oh, that I guess
Yeah, because
that's
they
what's going on
didn't realize how dependent they are on,
yeah,
like,
on these
or
moderators.
what their business model actually is, because
Yeah.
it's quite, yeah, it's all interconnected, and they rely on those external services that they are now sort of shutting down. So yeah, it's complicated. But like in the beginning, I think there was actually a lawsuit about Google in the beginning of search. That they are indexing those pages and that they shouldn't do that because they were actually indexing books and
Oh yeah,
created their bookshop
yeah. I remember
so,
that.
and selling the books through their site, and they were indexing the stuff from there. And I think it wasn't clear then, and I think the decision of my court was that it's transformative and it's providing huge benefit to society. So tough luck.
Well, yeah,
that,
but
Google
remember,
wins.
most of the laws
Oh.
that were done were 50 years old. Like, they're 50 years ago. They have to
Yeah,
update
yeah,
for AI law corporate law. All these things have to be thought about again. And like we really, as a community, like obviously we love AI. We love the concept of being able to use it for useful tool, but that tool really needs to come with a warning that other people that are making content, like real creators or writers in different parts, are technically getting overridden by this AI tool that
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
would have been used in the past as a paid tool. Now they're not there. So it's everybody's kicking off, and it's really down to I think it's the big part is the art scene, like real artists kind of saying, "Well, I'm a famous artist. It's using my images and mixing it with 16 other images, and like even in the prompts, make my picture look like my picture," and they're not getting any kind of recognition for it in the first place or payment for it.
Yeah, especially when the pictures are copyrighted, because then like you can have a lot of information online that are in sort of this gray category, like who owns stuff that are posted on Reddit. So like probably no one will argue that users own that stuff. It will be more like well, Reddit get money from it, or well, OpenAI or these other companies get money from it. But if you create a picture and it's maybe you sell it as an artwork to someone, and it's clearly copyrighted and it's clearly owned, and then it's part of that model, then yeah, I think it's just it's just stolen.
Yeah, you
Because
guys.
like if you
Well,
would
I
have
mean,
like some pictures in public
I
domain,
think
then it's
I think if you like Japan actually said that as long as like if you train on publicly available data, like for AI models, it doesn't violate copyright law.
How about this? You
So
guys
even if it's
reminded me
copyrighted,
of I was speaking with Sith Lord, and he was telling me how yo, shout out to Sith Lord, what's up, bro, love you. Yo, he was saying how like you can actually use OpenAI and Chat GPT to get glimpses of proprietary source code that was like leaked online or that was available online. So you can actually get code that was written by other people through Chat GPT.
all right.
yeah, like in
That's
the images you could see even the copyright there. So,
there's some of them that
actually
have
it's
watermark,
it generated the image with the copyright. I think it was like Getty images
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah,
like,
actually say
with
Getty.
the watermark.
Yeah.
So like what the hell?
Well,
What's
yeah,
the
but like,
solution to
I think the argument from Japan is that it's like, I mean, obviously not every country may do the same, but like, I like Japan in this regard. I think they're basically saying like, AI training is just like human like learning. So like, the same laws apply.
Yeah, I mean like
Yeah, but we don't.
You know, like,
we don't have.
we're-
It's not like we have photographic memory and we can overlap that 16,000 times within a millisecond.
Well,
and then
it's not
output-
like AI
output
models
something and say it's
have
ours.
photographic memory either, and also like some artists do have photographic memory. So like, yeah, I don't think that's.
I
a
actually
fair
agree.
distinction.
Like I think that like even us when we create art, we draw inspiration from other art. I mean, I guess in a sense the
Like,
AI
what
is
if I
also
make
drawing
like a
inspiration.
piece of art that says Getty Images? Am I not allowed to do that? Simply because
But
there are
that's
things that-
that's the problem. I think that's the problem that people are complaining about. They're saying use Getty images to make a part, and Getty is obviously copyrighted every single image that they've got on that part. So you using copyright, you're overriding the copyright straight away by using the Getty image.
Yeah, I mean, but what are they
Well,
gonna
Well, no,
get?
copyright
Like a
doesn't mean
settlement
you
in
cannot
court?
use it for certain things.
Yeah,
I mean, you
but
can.
remember,
Depends on the
You can
copyright.
have
It's
private. You
billions
can have
of
private
pounds
copies
that-
of publicly available copyrighted images.
Well, right now, like OpenAI, obviously they are a non-profit, but there's a
They're
profit
not a
side
non-profit,
to the AI as
bro.
well.
They're literally
Oh, yeah.
They're for
a
profit.
catch.
Yeah,
No,
they're part of
they're not
Microsoft,
a for profit. They're what's called a catch profit. Basically, that Microsoft invested in them, and they basically have to pay like 10 times the investment that Microsoft invested in them. So technically, they're not a for-profit organization, but really, they actually are. Ever since the buyout, it's like a loophole in the whole
They're
thing.
they're like a
So yo, they don't
limited.
even have to
this
pay
is
taxes.
so that's
Yo, that's
well,
crazy,
that's where we
bro.
come into it. We should turn around and say artists that have been like artists that have been used in some kind of way as a prompt or as reference material or even a copy of the way the concept of how that art's been done has been used as their training model. So they should get some kind of compensation. It doesn't have to be millions of pounds. It should be every time it's used, a couple of cents goes
To
to that
who?
artist, just
Yeah,
like
but to who?
music
To
creation.
every single artist that ever existed on Earth who's ever posted art online. That sounds kind of
What
ridiculous.
well, they didn't think about when they made the model, did they? They just copied the whole internet and basically said, "There you go.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
there's
We'll
ideas
use
about
everybody's
like
I don't
internet."
know.
seeing
I
which
think
part of the training data affected a particular output, right? So, if people are producing lots of images which were heavily influenced by a particular artist, I think it will
I
make
mean, but
sense
in
to
a
like
sense, like it's like the
give back to that
whole
artist.
uh, piracy and torrents thing, right? You know, like you can say whatever, but you can't really stop it. I mean, they're gonna make all this hubbub and stuff,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
at the end of the
Yeah.
day,
That's
what's
what I think
gonna,
happens.
yeah, you
Exactly.
know, like what's gonna happen? I mean, this
Because
is just
because
the
the
way
thing
it is.
is that even with this big model, if they're gonna if they're gonna do this, that you will need to pay and stuff, that they basically kill it. But because it's not technically it's super difficult to do, attribute those individual images,
It's
make some agreement
puzzle.
with all those artists, impossible, I think, in a reasonable amount of time. So they would basically kill the company. But then a lot of like all of that, like there's open source. All of these models are open source. Maybe not just like over there where these popular ones are, but soon they will get there. So and
I mean,
then like
I think what
anyone
could
will be able to
happen is
train
that
it.
if some
Yeah.
of the other countries like start putting these laws, the companies that want to do this
Yeah,
AI
yeah,
generated art, they will just move to Japan,
yeah, yeah.
Be
where
Yeah.
outsourced
Yeah, and
to
That
then
somebody
sounds
else.
you just
terrible.
you create the images from
But
computer
that'll
remote
that'll
computer
create
in
jobs.
Japan. You get them
exactly.
here.
This is the part that I'm trying to say, that instead of destroying jobs, we're creating jobs by making it outsourced to different places. The money will move throughout the world, and this is a worldwide problem that we have with the AI right now. It's worldwide, and we're using all that data set. So why like we're saying to the whole world, oh, by the way, copyright does not mean anything now because we just copied everybody. It's not we just copied one person, we copied everybody. So don't feel bad that everybody's been copied and you don't have copyright from that part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you have good point. I think it's just like looking at the Bitcoin as example. So we are how many, like it's over a decade now, and they still were not able even to decide what the Bitcoin freaking is. Uh,
Yeah.
you know, like
Really
those two U.S. agencies are fighting if it's commodity or security. It's like a decade later, and they were not able to do even like this. So what hope we have for AI laws and copyright to get where we need it to go before it becomes irrelevant?
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
still don't see why they can't just turn around and say, okay, I'm going to be creating money as an AI agent. It's 24/7, 365 days a year. It can work. It will. Its job is to create objects. Like it doesn't matter if it's music, art, physical stuff, stories, any of that stuff. It's making all that kind of revenue. The people that are paying the company to use this chat model is paying that company to basically break the law right now. So obviously the people that are going to generate money out of the back of that, so they're paying ChatGPT. GPT should pay somebody out of the revenue that they're making from that part. I'm not saying it's massive amount of money, but when you take this over the whole year, we're going to be big figures, and there shouldn't be zero cost to ripping off the world. That's my opinion on it. They shouldn't have
Yeah.
zero cost for
They've-
breaking the law.
But they've always been doing it, bro. You're talking about Bill Gates here. Like, what do you expect?
But that's the shame. Microsoft cannot do the data model then. They're not allowed to.
They're
by
not
law.
doing it. AI is, bro. You see, Microsoft.
You said that
basically-
Microsoft
Yeah,
paid
yeah,
for
but
it.
but
Yeah.
that's not how it works. How it actually works is now Microsoft contributed to OpenAI, and one of the constraints of that, or one of the tenets of that contribution, is that they have to make like basically an impossible amount of money back, right? So they're not a for-profit organization. They're just trying to pay back the contribution that Microsoft made based on the agreement. They're what's called a catch-profit organization. So in a sense, they don't have to pay any tax, I think. Does anyone know if OpenAI has to pay tax? if
Oh,
they're
so
not-
they
that
probably
alone,
I don't know.
that alone
Yeah, they
should
probably
be,
don't. I mean, they
be-
probably
that
They're
should be
probably not
abolished
profitable.
straight away.
Technically.
That should be abolished. Why should they not be paying tax for that part?
Bro, none
Also
of
in the
these
back
guys
of it,
pay
we
tax.
So they're
Tax,
probably not
They think
profitable. They will not pay tax if they're
Yeah.
not profitable.
Everything is funneled through the
Because
Caymans, my
for the
friend.
clusters and stuff, they must pay like huge amount of money. So, accounting wise, I think they're in loss, so they will not pay any
Yeah,
taxes for
exactly.
some time.
That's the
But
trick,
yeah,
yeah.
actually, I agree with you, Wilson. I just think that it's like especially now
We shouldn't
that
think
these
yeah, we
companies are
shouldn't
not
think
profitable.
just because it's hard, it shouldn't be done. Like
Oh
it should
yeah,
be.
I think
yeah.
it should be done. I just think that it will not be done, given the world we are living
But I
in.
don't understand all
yeah,
these-
I would wish it was done.
Yeah, like for me, honestly, like all the artists and the writers that are complaining about, oh, AI is gonna take our jobs and stuff. It's like, I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, like you can use AI to create even better art than you ever could have. Like you can use your art as a starting point. You can use your writing as a starting point to kind of and it's just very strange.
Yeah, I think I think it's a question how far and how fast it will go, because if it will go as fast and far as I think we think it will,
Oh,
then then I think the value in human work will be more in like authenticity than than
Shout out
in
to
the
authenticity.
actual work, because AI will probably be able to do all of the work better. So yeah.
So
And
But if you take an example, like say we make Simpsons, fake version of Simpsons, that's still an IP, right? And it's attracted people because of the name Simpsons, not the fact that it's API, not the fact of any of the background stuff. It's the fact that Simpsons brand has been made by AI from that part.
yeah, I think
And
they
people
actually
will watch it on that YouTube.
they actually shut down the SpongeBob one and put a Simpsons one. I think this one is new. That's why they're still stuck in the T pose, because maybe they got a cease and desist. Like like the company was like, hey,
Yeah.
you can't make a fake SpongeBob show. You know what I mean? Because bro, the stuff said on that show is just wild.
But that's straight away
Like-
IP infringement.
Yeah.
100%.
But I mean, there's two
Like-
sides to that coin, like this whole IP side, there's the argument to be made that, maybe pursuing this whole IP thing, it can be stifling to creativity within the free market
yeah,
economy.
but then it should be, but
like
then
Apple, for example, look at what they
it should
do.
be said, okay, like all IP is worthless, everyone can do whatever, because now it's like OpenAI, Stable Diffusion, these guys, you can do whatever, but all of you can't
You have
do
to stick
that.
to the rights. Yeah, you have to
So, yeah.
What?
follow the rules, but
But they can't.
ChatGPT
But they,
doesn't.
yeah. Oh no. Okay.
The
Yeah.
whole
so-
world,
Screw
yeah, the
them.
You
whole
know,
world
like-
follows these rules right now,
No
but
way. That's bullshit.
ChatGPT doesn't.
Yeah, just because
So,
they're owned by
what's the difference?
Bill Gates.
I would actually
Yeah.
say
Well, anyone
I don't
training
know
language
what
models
where they
doesn't
put
make
where
sense.
they got their data sets, but I actually think that there's like very good chance that OpenAI has all the like correct rights for their data sets, and that's probably also a reason why they're not updating the data set because
So-
they got all the data, they built the
Oh,
data set before anyone knew that the data are so valuable. So they were able
Yeah.
to get the data from Reddit and all these platforms when they were in public domain and they were not protected.
I think there you have it. Kind of the
Yeah.
solution is to, like people will start to think, hey, my stuff was probably going to be used in a data set, right? And then maybe they'll start, you know how like usually you, like for example, a photographer, right? He uploads his stuff to Getty Images. He gets a commission from the sale. Maybe there'll be sites like that where you can, or maybe companies will make deals and stuff and provide. Yeah, I think there's an economical, like a very nice way that I think a new industry will arise where it's already there, but I think it'll just be formalized, like the
It'll
data
be pushed.
set industry.
It'll be enforced harder, because the data set is there. It actually knows all the data of how it made that creation, so it should be able to backtrack and say, I used you should all get paid, and there should be some kind of compensation put in place, either that
Yeah,
you get
I'm starting to
cheaper
actually agree
access
with you,
to
bro.
use it, or get it done from that point.
Yeah,
But
I think
just
that's
because
how it is, yeah.
Japan says, oh, by the way, any kids can look at a piece of art and then redraw it, that's not true. That's not real life. They can't see draw it. That's not true. Go, oh, I would like to be like Van Gogh today. They can't see an artist and Van Gogh. Oh, I would like to be like Van Gogh to paint like Van Gogh. They can't do it. You know.
Yeah, I like that though. I think companies will update the way they do business with like knowing that this is gonna happen in a sense. I think that's what's gonna happen. That our laws will change to accommodate this. Now we can't hear you, bro. I know you're speaking because but I think that's what's gonna happen. New laws will be made.
Yeah, I think we
Companies
should
will
lock
operate
down
in like a
the
different
stream
way.
because we've been running for almost 2 hours now.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great. Thanks for the reminder. And thank you for everyone for the camera's right there, guys. Okay, wait. Actually, let me just switch the camera about over here. Hold on, 1, 2, 3. We're gonna take a group photo too. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. The wonderful pioneers of Somnium Space. You awesome people, you wonderful creatures of reality. Thanks for joining us at Immersed Minds. Over there, yeah, woo, awesome. Thank you, wonderful viewers. We hope you enjoyed this fascinating discussion about the future of the singularity for all of us. With Gale Effects Artific, Wilson and Oli was here. Love you, Oli. Have a wonderful night, everyone.
Good
Immersed
night.
Minds. Immersed Minds, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
The
really curious how
singularity.
that losses will go.